Hello to the Instagram world. I decided to go live on Instagram tonight. I don't normally go live on Instagram, but I have done it a few times. So I thought, why not? Saturday night, family's watching ball games. Hey guys! The family's watching ball games, and here I am, putting on makeup. They're doing what they like, I'm doing what I like. I just went in and found a few reels, and I had on makeup from earlier today, and then I thought, well, I gotta take this off, so I'm gonna take this off. I'm not doing my eyes tonight. Carrie! I'm not gonna do my eyes tonight because they were already done, and that way it would cut off a good 5 to 7 minutes. But these are the colors that I do have on. I actually just posted a reel on them, but the colors Oak, Leo, Blondie, and Cocoa, and then I used the Black Friday eyeliner. So that's what's on my eyes, and this is from earlier today, so I just didn't take them off. And I think tonight we're gonna do a fun color. Pinky Promise is one of our new releases that we had. I'm gonna use that as my lip and cheek color. So we're just gonna jump in and get started, guys. Okay. This was kind of a last minute. I thought I was gonna go live, but I wasn't sure what time. And when I just got through finishing my reels, I was like, I think I'm gonna do it right now. No time like the present. So, enough rambling. As I always get started, I'm gonna use my Seint setting spray. I just put a couple pumps in my hand, and I'm gonna put it all over my face. We actually went to the Color Fest in Mentone today. Kind of like a little festival. And the last time me and my husband went was probably 3 years ago maybe. And we tried tomato pie. And apparently here in Alabama, tomato pie is supposed to be famous. I'd never heard of it. And it is, I don't know what the seasoning is, but they put tomato in like a little pie shell, and then they bake it with all this cheese on it. It was really good. We discovered that at this little Color Fest one time. We were out driving around. We saw a sign. We was like, what's this Color Fest in Mentone? So we went to it. It was an hour from our house. I don't know why. We was just driving around an hour from our house, but we were. And they had it this weekend, so we went back again. And I tried street corn for the first time. And this is disgusting, but it sounds disgusting. But they put mayonnaise on the corn, and then like Parmesan and other spices. It was so good. That's the first time I've tried it. So everybody was in line for street corn. I was like, what is this street corn phenomenon? So we got it and tried it. So we had another first at Mentone. Okay, so I'm Susie with Seint Beauty, and this is my 3D cream-based foundations. The little tins are metal, and they just pop into a magnetic palette that you can purchase the size of your choice. You get exactly what you need for your face. This is our Poolside Palette. It is gorgeous. It's like iridescent. Catches all the light. But this is a 3D foundation system. So the system is that you just buy each of the colors that you want that is suited for you, and I can customize you a palette. But you can go in and into the website, you pick exactly what you want, you build your own palette, it ships to your house, boom, you have your colors. Usually you have your palette in about a week. So if you want to be color matched, shoot me a message. I'll be glad to do it. So I've just primed my face with my setting spray. That's the only thing that I use for primer. I'm an oily person. Primers just do not work the best with these. Some people have good luck with them. I find that I don't need a primer. I like the setting spray. It gives me just enough grip that I need, and it'll gives me a nice clean canvas to start with. So I'm going to go in first with this kind of scary color. As you can tell, they're well loved. This is the color April. You love street corn too? Oh my gosh. April actually was like, there's street corn. And we went and got some kettle corn, and then we went back, and I was like, what in the crap is street corn? Like, what is street corn? And we were watching this lady slather mayonnaise on corn. And I was like, oh, corn on the cob. And I was like, that is disgusting. Mayonnaise, I mean, mayonnaise is okay. I don't just love mayonnaise, but oh my gosh. I told Mike, I said, let's do another first. Let's come on and try it, because it's got to be good, because it's everywhere. We've just never tried it before. But I know they sell it in a lot of places, and we loved it. We both got an ear of it. Okay, so I'm going to go in with this Scary Color Indigo. This is my contour. I'm going to use my detail brush. I love how the shape of this right here, because it's got a nice sharp edges on the side. The shape of it here is perfect for contour, and then you have this smaller side for getting in the little details. So, yeah, that's what it was Mexican street corn. They put the little chili lime spices on it. It was good. And Parmesan. Whew, it was good. It was good. But you know what else? I just wiggled it right in here. But you know what else about it? I guess, I don't know why I was so put out on the whole mayonnaise on corn idea. But mayonnaise is really just oil and egg. I mean, you could make your own mayo if you wanted to. And so, I'm just going to put this right here. You can kind of see the little shadow. Don't confuse that with a shadow, because that's a nice little sunspot. But I'm just going right to my brow bone. But you can just tell there's just a little bit of a shadow here. I'm going to hug along the bottom of that cheekbone. But, yeah, mayonnaise is just oil and egg. And really, what's butter? I mean, it's probably kind of along that same lines. So I feel that that's probably why it doesn't taste too crazy on it. It doesn't taste like mayonnaise. Man, it was good. It was good. It was good. It was so good that I was like, we're just going to get one ear and then we'll share it. And he took a bite of it when I was paying for it. And he didn't get out of the line. And I was like, what are you doing? He's like, try a bite first. I said, why? He said, because you may want one of these by yourself. And I was like, I took a bite. I was like, and she said, you want another one? I said, yeah. Who would have thunk it? Okay. This is kind of optional. You do not have to. But some people will go in. You didn't get street corn when you went? What in the world? Why wouldn't you get street corn? You're the one that said street corn. And I was like, April must like it. It must be good. So we went back and got it. And I got some cute earrings too. I don't know what I did with them. I got some little leather earrings. They were like a brown camo. Really cute. And cheap. Even better, right? Now I'm going to go in right under my lip. Me and Mike ate at Burger King on our way there. And then we ate kettle corn on the way home and street corn as we were leaving. So it was kind of full. I'm still actually kind of full from it. This right here's got a nice little sharp edge. So it's so easy. And see how scary this looks? Yeah, it blends out. You ain't got to worry about it. Okay. So now it's kind of looking like I don't know what I'm doing. And trust me, I really don't. So that's how it's supposed to look. But you don't have to know what you're doing either. It's so easy. It's just paint by numbers. Okay. So now I'm going to go in. And these are 3 highlight shades that I can wear any of them. This is the darker one. It's probably just a smidgen too dark, so sometimes I'll kind of mix them a little bit, and that's probably what I'm going to do here because this is just a little bit dark for me. So I'm gonna just add a little bit of this lighter shade in, and just kind of bouncing it. Then I'll bounce in the other one, and I'm switching over to my blush bronzer brush. I like to use this best for really applying because I feel like I can use a full coverage with this brush. If I want to build up, I can, or you can use it as a light coverage, and then you have this end. So both are good for blending, but I like to use this for my bronzer or for my powder too, this fluffy end. So this comes in a bundle, in a bronzer bundle, and you can save $10 if you get it. So not only do I think it's the easiest brush to use, but you can also save some dollar bills. So I'm going to go in down here, and I'm just kind of stippling. Right under where I contoured. And you can see it kind of coming together. We're still not blending it yet. I'm just kind of placing everything where I need it. I'll go in a few places that I need a brightening color, like right up under my eyes, down the bridge of my nose, right here and right here. So I'm kind of skipping over a little bit of those areas, but at the end of the day, it all blends together really well. And you don't really want to have it looking like a line here, a line here, a line here. You want it to kind of all just work together, blend together, and just give you the dimensions that you want to pop out and the dimensions that you want to, you know, recede away. So we'll do all that. It's 3D, just like our face. Okay, now we got that. I'm going to swing back over to the detail brush. And I'm going to go to this bright yellow color that I think looks good on pretty much most everyone that I put on. And it's Sunlit. I'm going to use the smaller end. And I'm just going to kind of draw. And I'll even go up a little bit on the edge of my nose. And I can see a hair. And then I'll come out. When you do makeup too, if you do your eyeshadow first, which I usually don't, but you can also clean it up like that. And so now what I'm doing is I'm just bringing light to the center of my face, where I really want it to be more of the focus. For those that want to focus on my face, some may choose to look away. That's just fine too. Okay, so that's my face in a nutshell. Look at that. If I wanted to clean up and have a sharper line here, which this is actually fine for me. Again, it's not blended yet, but I can take right here, just what's left on it, and kind of draw. Sorry, low battery on my phone. As you can tell, I was not prepared for this live. From the corner of your mouth, just go right up. And just clean that line up. Just clean that line. Just clean that line up. Now we're going to go back over to this brush, which is the blush bronzer. It's the one that I applied my main highlight with. And I'm just going to start blending. Blend it out. There it is. I was thinking, what did I do with my brush a while ago? Guys, what I love about this is it is affordable. Each of those little tins, like I just put on my face, are $14 each. So you can kind of pick, you know, several different, if you want several different lip and cheeks, you know, you can do those. You can, and they pop all into your magnetic palette. So you just kind of throw this in your purse and you go whenever you're traveling, grab your brush, this and mascara, and you're ready to go out the door, because the lip and cheeks, you can wear it on your lips and on your cheeks. But see, look at that. I mean, now it's going to kind of have a gradient effect. I'll just kind of blend it all together. But you'll be surprised at just having that contour up here, that shadow, just that little bit of a dimension just brings the life to your face. The real icing on the cake, though, is going to be when we put the bronzer on in a minute. And we just released 3 new bronzers. Our OG, the best, I feel like, is the Bella bronzer that we already had. I think everyone can use that. But some people kind of get scared about it. And so they came up with, you know, a couple of lighter shades, and then one really for your women of color that could, it's just such a pretty kind of a rich red. It's gorgeous on, but I can even wear that one as well. You just about can make any of these colors work for you. But with them being $14 each, the only problem is that you find that you want it all. You're like, oh my gosh, I want this one and this one and this one. And then you have a problem. Like this palette, you don't have to have a palette this big. But this is where I can have several different options to choose from. And then as you want something else, it's free shipping, just put it in your cart and send it to you. And you'll have it in a week. And then it's like Christmas. Every day you get something out of the mailbox. And we all love Christmas. 'Tis the season. Okay? Now I'm going to go in. Don't forget to blend your neck. And also with the bronzing, I always use that to try to help bring my neck and my face as one. I did have orange face in school, which is not pretty. But apparently I thought it was. I thought teased bangs, pegged pants, and orange faces was the way to go. The more of a makeup line you can see, the better. Kelly, yes, listen, sister. Yes, there are a few people in this world that you bond with instantly over makeup. And sister, you was one of them because you was like, I gotta have it all. You was obsessed with it before you ever got your first order in. Girl, yes. I was the same way. I was the same way. I wanted it all. I wanted it all. I wanted the stuff that didn't even look right on my face because I just thought I needed it all. But I will show you in a minute. We're going to do this really fun color that I would never pick out. It's called Pinky Promise. Look at this. It's such a bright Barbie. It's a Pepto-Bismol pink. We're going to do it. Because it's scary in the tin. But not on the face. Not on the skin. That's what Liv says. She'll say scary in the tin, not on the skin. Yes, we do need it all. Okay. So I went through. Sometimes I will find that I blend my contour out a little too much. That's my personal preference. I like to blend mine. I don't necessarily want to see a strong line. If I was maybe doing a little bit more of a nighttime look or something, I wouldn't mind it, but I like it to kind of all be soft and natural. And that's what I love. This is perfect for mature skin. For those of us with wrinkles, fine lines, they're not so fine. Sometimes they're not fine. Thick lines and pores, okay? This is the Perfector sponge. This is just helping me blend it all together and pick up any extra that I may have put on my face. When you're first starting out, sometimes that's going to be your main issue, is using too much. And this right here, this little puppy, a damp beauty sponge. This one's awesome, but a damp beauty sponge is going to be your best friend to... All right, now we got that ready to go. We're going to bronze. And normally I bronze with this big end right here, but I'm not going to today. I'm going to bronze with this end because I want it to be a little more concentrated, and I really want to show, I want it to show up and give and show a little bit more pow. So I'm just going to get it and dab it in a few times. And then I'll pretty much go over where the areas that I contoured, because the bronzer is going to bring the warmth and the contour is going to create the shadows. But this is sheer, and it doesn't really add coverage. It's just bringing a little bit of that warmth, just so that you just don't look dull and lifeless. But now I'm going to flip back over to this end. Somebody's home. I'm going to flip back over to this end, and I'm just kind of swirling it around, and I will go right here down my neck to tie it all together. We have a vicious guard dog. Actually, we know any time a car is on our street that is not a familiar car, she lets us know. Isn't that awesome? Okay. So look at that. It's the neighbors here and the dogs still. Okay. So look at that. What a difference, right? My face is now warmed up. Isn't that just so pretty? I mean, look, I don't even have pretty skin, and it makes my skin 10 times better just because it's a cream. I'll zoom in a minute too and let you guys really see it close up. But one thing I'm going to do really quick is I'm going to line my lips, because I'm going to use, let me put a little bit of lip conditioner on too. But I'm going to line my lips with that same indigo color. And that's what the convenience of this is that you don't have to put this palette down. You just kind of hold it in your hand. You flip between whatever you need, put it on, and it's all right here instead of fumbling around trying to find everything. If you're like me and you have 100 different things of Seint because you like to play in it, that sometimes can be a little more time consuming, but for most people that just want a simple look, you just get you a palette, get your customized colors, and you're just ready to go. And you just don't have to put the palette down. It just makes it so easy. I'm going to take this multitasker brush, and I'm going to go right into this contour. And then I'm going to outline my lips. And I'm not really going to overdraw as much as I am going to line them. Because with the pink, the Pinky Promise is the name of the lip and cheek. The Pinky Promise will, it'll blend really well with this as well. Also, Indigo Contour is the best lip liner, I feel like, of all the stuff that we have. It just looks so good. And then you can kind of overdraw them too if you wanted to. And then I like to blend it in. So see, in that little out there, I just get my fingers and I just kind of mute it in. Okay. Now we're going to go in with the Pinky Promise. I'm going to grab this brush. Might as well showcase the brush. This is what no, actually I'm not. I want it to be a little bolder. I'm going to go back to this one. So this is Pinky Promise. Look at that. It's like the Pink Panther almost. Let me see if I can swatch it on here. Well, I swatched one earlier. See, it's not even that scary. It's not as scary as what it looks like in the tan, which is what's awesome about it. But I'm going to use this brush. And you can use your fingers too. I'll show you both ways. So you can use this brush and just kind of go right over the area right above where you contoured. And I usually start about this way. I'll go back and then I'll come down. I try not to drag it down too much because, you know, the trend now is to do it way back here to give you a facelift, which is fine too. I try not to put it on too much right here anyway, just because I have pores. And sometimes when you're putting on lighter colors, it'll maximize those pores and makes them look, you know, bigger than what they are. So I'm just putting a little bit more on here. And see, it's just, it's a really, believe it or not, it's a soft, pretty pink. But I'm just going to kind of keep building onto it. And then I'm going to use it with my fingers on the other side. Again, there it is on my fingers. And then I'm just going to put it so that shows up more. And then I'm going to get this brush. You can also even get this brush and do it on this side. But I'm just going to blend it out. It's just such a pretty pink for it to look. And I don't even know if it does it as much justice here because it is such a bright pink. And you look at it and you're like, but it looks so pretty on. And if you want it to be darker, then what you do is you just go in and you just add more. It's buildable and you can make it show up more. But it's just a soft pink color. And if you ever accidentally put on too much, grab your sponge and just kind of go around it, tamp around on it, boom, 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 and it'll soften it up some. Okay, and now I'm going to put that same color on my lips. It'll show up more on my lips than it does on my cheeks. We have some that'll show up on your cheeks better than lips and vice versa. And then we have a few that pow on the cheeks and pow on the lips. But it's just a soft, pretty color. Right there you go. I think the last thing that I need to do is probably my Illuminator. Let's go in that. Same palette. I'm going to go here with the color Angel. I'm just going to use my fingers with this too. And I'm just going to kind of put it right on my nose. Cupid's bow right on the top of my cheekbone. And you can even bring that down if you want to. Whenever you bring it down, you know, you just have to kind of be careful, because if you bring it down any further, like if I brought it down any further than this right here, it could get into my pores. But some people like to kind of put it right here on the apples of their cheeks a little bit too. And, you know, just because it'll give it extra glow. That's, you know, you can do whatever. There's no wrong way. And then I like to take my beauty sponge, and sometimes I'll apply it with my beauty sponge. And then that's it. That's my entire face. If you are an oily person, you know, you would set it. You would set it really before you want to illuminate as your last step, before your setting spray. But you would powder. We've got a powder too. Here is our Vanilla Dust setting powder. It's just finely milled, but it's tightly pressed into this little metal tin that pops into this compact. And you could even, you know, use your damp sponge. It does not need to be wet, but you can use your sponge and kind of go right into the areas, especially under your eyes if you would tend to crease. A few areas like that where you want to set it. I usually do in between my eyes up here too, because I crease up there. Weirdest places, but I do under my eyes. And then I will usually do my smile lines right here. And sometimes I may do my nose, not always. I like to have a little bit of the glow. I don't want to take away the glow because that's what makes it youthful. And then I will usually do right here. And guys, that's it. Get you a setting spray. We have the Seint setting spray here. Or get you a mattifying setting spray or whatever. If you are extremely oily, I would suggest a loose powder. I thought I had one handy dandy, but of course I don't. I do like this one too. This is the waterproof Urban Decay All Nighter, and I can use this again with a sponge because it's pressed. I like a loose powder though. If I'm going to be out and about in the sun or it's humid or anything else, I like to set with a loose powder because it's a little bit better. But you can get that, you know, this and do the same thing. Bounce it around if you need a little bit more, because the Vanilla Dust is really good for doing the setting, and it's kind of got a little bit of a brightness to it as well, which is really pretty. But if you don't if you need more of a heavy duty setting powder, get you the Coty Airspun is really affordable. You can get it at a drugstore. And I really like Red Aspen. You have to go to it through a Red Aspen person that sells it. What are they called? Yeah, that person, whatever. Influencer, not an influencer, I guess so. But they sell it. Or I like the Thrive too. But that is it, guys. That's enough. That's enough rambling about setting powders, because it's not even what this was about. This is about the makeup. But if you're interested and you want to color match, and look, it's just easy. Let me get a little closer here, because that way you can see exactly how scary is all these flaws that I have. But see my pores. So I just have to kind of be careful. I just have to be careful on all this. And if I ever feel like I get too much of something in there, and even with a powder, if I use too much of a setting powder, it will accentuate my pores too. I have to have just a little bit. But that's it, guys. So just let me know if you want to color match. Shoot me a message. Send me a DM. You can click on the link in my bio and submit a color match form there. There's so many ways, and I am so happy to help anyone. So thanks for watching and hanging out on a Saturday night, and I will see you guys later.